How's it going, folks? You know me, it's Strife Eclipse. And welcome to very early. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out of the way now. This game that we're covering today is relatively short. I feel as though I can get it out of the way relatively quickly. But welcome to the March edition of One and Done. Today's game, Super Castlevania 4. Oh man, this game has so many memories. The music was really good. This is one of the first Castlevanias I can remember playing that brought back. It was the first Castlevania for Super Nintendo, and it was the first Castlevania that I really remember paying homage to the games that came before it, with slightly revamped music tracks from previous Castlevanias. So I'm really looking forward to covering this one. I know this game fairly well enough that I feel as though I can do this game in about 2 hours or less. So we're gonna go ahead and get right on into this. And hello Rain, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, this was the first Castlevania that went 16-bit with the Super Nintendo, so you're gonna see some differences in the graphics. We'll get the backlog and the backstory for this one. A lot of people, I still get, have debates with people about whether or not this was a remake, a reboot, because a lot of people say this is like a retelling of the first game. Every 100 years, the forces of good mysteriously start to weaken. Thus, the power of Dracula starts to revive itself. His power grows stronger and stronger every 100 years. Dracula has revived many times. However, his sinister actions have been consistently thwarted by the Belmont family. It's been 100 years since the last confrontation between Dracula and the Belmont family, but now the serenity of Transylvania is being threatened by destructive forces. On a dark and eerie night, Dracula rose from his grave to unleash his destructive power over the countryside. Once again, Simon Belmont is called upon to destroy Dracula. With only his whip and courage, he sets out to restore peace to Transylvania. So yeah, there's been a lot of speculation as to whether or not this is an actual reboot, remake, which one it's supposed to be a reboot or a remake of. Castlevania is another one of those game series that has a very convoluted, confusing chronological order. Of the games we've seen so far, should probably make sure my settings are correct. Maybe it doesn't have one. Castlevania 3 in particular was the third game of the series to be released, but it technically, by timeline, takes place before the other Castlevanias. So, manual. Let's see here. Let's see, what do we got? So, okay, I can work with that. This is also, outside of Simon's Quest, one of the first Castlevanias that I can personally remember that had some stages that actually used multiple music tracks in stages. Oh, and one little fun thing here. Just something I remember doing as a kid. The stair animation. It's a lot easier to grip onto the stairs this time around, so you don't just walk off the edges. But one of the funny things is I remember the joke being made about the moonwalk in this game. Just a fun little thing. And this Castlevania also was one of the first Castlevanias that added flexibility to your whip. Which, depending on who you ask, was a godsend, but at the same time, it took away from a lot of the fun of Castlevania, of using the sub-weapons, because the whip is so OP, and now that you can throw it in pretty much any direction, it takes away the allure of the sub-weapons, so the axe, the knife, the boomerang, whatever you want to call them. remember there was a glitch that you could use, that if you timed your swing just right there, you would bypass right through the wall and just drop into that lower section. Horse, riding horse. If you're looking for understanding on that one, I suggest you go look up misheaded lyrics for Final Fantasy XIV songs. Alright, and our first boss. And boom. So all in all, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stages? And the 11th one being the longest. Hey look, spiders, Rain! So, even though a lot of people complain about this game, you know, you've taken some of the fun away from the joy of the sub-weapons, I still find that I use them just because they're fun. This was also probably one of the first appearances of the plant things that I can remember. Damn birds, man. Every Castlevania, they're a pain in the ass. There we go. The only thing they need to do now for Castlevania to really turn Rain on to any of these games is be like, yeah, we're gonna throw in a giant-ass spider boss. Damn birds, man, I swear to God. Alright, next boss. OP. Excuse me. Somewhere here. And that's the end of that stage. It's probably one of the unique stages that didn't end with the orb move on. This stage used to drive me nuts just because of how long it was. But it had probably one of the most peaceful musics. I mean, even the second set, like this entire stage, the music like clearly stands out to me. Just take some of that glorious music in. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the axe for now. And now I have a triple shot. And done. Like, this is probably one of the few games I'm fairly confident that I could probably do without a game over, for sure. Deaths, not so much, but game overs, yeah. I could still probably easily do this game without a game over. See, even this music has got some level of calming to it. And this is probably one of the other first Castlevanias I think I can clearly remember playing, where in some of my other previous Castlevanias, holy water is not God. Alright, and the third part of this stage. Ow. Spinners are quitters, dude! Ooh, all those hearts. Oh, you rotten bird. My cross with the triple shot. That was just mean. It was just cold. My first death came at the hands of a bird and gravity. Seems to be playing a major factor in my life these days. Gravity stole my kill! Hashtag. Yes, Gravity stole the bird's kill. That was the incident where Gravity was not my friend. Now this stage, the creators at Capcom even specifically went out and said that for a Super Nintendo title, 16-bit, this stage was probably their most ambitious graphically for the time. And you won't see it right away, but I promise, you're going to. And some of this stage would probably make my roommate sick just watching it visually. Ooh, just barely made that. Oh, no! Hashtag Gravity punked me again. Like I said, I'm fairly sure I could probably do this without a game over, but doing it without a death I think is definitely beyond my ability at this point in my life. Yes, hashtag Gravity is a bitch. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Ah! Damn. That's just cruel. Cruel and unusual punishment right there. I mean, who does that? I mean, really. Freaking A, man. It's one thing they didn't do until later, very later Castlevanias, I think, that still pissed people off about the early Castlevanias. So the one thing that probably makes it the most difficult is the knockback damage. Really? Okay, so apparently I can't have a good old-fashioned shootout anymore. Or had I not glitched that meat, I'm pretty sure I would have had that. Alright, time to get serious. Time to get serious. Okay. I said serious. Focus. My focus needs more focus. Ooh, hello. Alright, don't glitch the meat again. Something I never thought I'd hear in my life. Don't glitch the meat. Something I thought I'd never say in my life. Okay. Round 2. Okay, so now that I finally got through that, this part is the beginning of what they considered the most graphically challenged thing they've done to date in a Castlevania game. Alright, so if you get, this is where it gets real crazy and it's probably going to slow down the screen. There's going to be some lag here, but this may make some people nauseous, so watch with care. So the funny thing about this is that this whole area just repeats. So if you notice, I think I got this candle there. And if I just continue writing this up, which I also got to make sure very carefully that I don't get crushed, that candle will be gone. candle should be gone this time through. And this one, I think it's the next one. So see, candle's gone. And we're right back. Reverse Tetris for keeps, yeah. If you make a line, you're dead. And the true boss of the stage. Come on, Sandman, jump! Come on, do it. Sandmans can't jump. So, this is one of the few stages that's considered a transition stage. There's no end boss, it's just to basically close out one map and move into the other one. Hi, Strawberry! This is probably the only music in the entire game that's just like, please, stop. For me, anyway. Hello, Strawberry. How are you, my dear? Damn it! Freaking... this is not going to end well for me! I'm currently getting my butt handed to me. Oh, come on. And So believe it or not, the one cool thing that I thought was interesting about that whole thing was all those stages were just getting to the castle. So welcome to the actual castle map. This music, I will admit, gets annoying really quick. So just be prepared to hear this for a second. But the good news is we're already on stage 6 of 11. Want to make a bet? Try grinding for days in Final Fantasy VII in Junon, hearing the parade music and an alarm going off in the background. Over and over and over and over. See, I don't want to kill this thing, but if I don't, it's gonna hurt me. I just made the ghost of an old man cry. I am a dick. I killed his ghost pet, and then he sat there and wept until he burned away. I am a dick. I know! I'm sorry! Eee. Such a heartless individual, I know. It's instant death for me down there. I've died enough times in here. But apparently the game says no you haven't, boy. And there's our first appearance of blood zombies. So this is what I get for the saying the game's easy. That's what you get for being heartless. You know, sad part is you're probably not wrong. I know you were only kidding, Strawberry. It doesn't change the fact that you're probably right. Hey, I could joke at my own expense, too. Jesus, rest in peace already. Alright, good news is we're finally at the boss. Bad news is it's really annoying. There we go. Stage 7. I remember this stage for having pretty good music and probably one of the most creative ways to get to the next stage. Just listen to that music. Who could sit there and think anything bad is going to go wrong with that kind of music, you know? This is literally hush. Be quiet in the library. I hear this kind of music knowing I'm in the library and think those books are going to try and eat me. I've been jaded by these kinds of games for... Speaking of books that are trying to eat you... I know, not helping your point. Did not want to pick that up. Whee! See, look, there's books that helped, too. Bye-bye. Though the number of books that want to know versus the ones that help you try tend to be disappointingly in the former category. I love me new job. I've got to come home and relax the streams that I've been missing. Awesome about the new job, Strawberry. For the record, I do not, and still have not to this day, figured out what that enemy is called. But based on some later suggestions and stuff that I've heard from people, I'm going to call that the Castlevania equivalent of a nope rope. A nope rope. It's hard to explain, Strawberry. A big, scary looking, I want nothing to do with that snake. Oh, you... That was just mean on so many parts, game. Although, to be fair, I think that's the first time I've been killed by a boss. Nah, if you count Skullman. Oh, sweet, no sub-weapon. No! So remember what I said, this is probably, I remember this stage most for the music, and probably one of the most creative ways I've ever seen to get to a new stage. So stage 8 of 11. And spiders, just for rain. Says we know how he loves them spiders. Spiders are pissing rain off Papa. Very off of her. And that's why we don't touch spikes, kids. Oh, all the way back to the beginning? Really? It's just mean. That's heartless. There's far enough in there. I should have been able to go. I thought the spikes wanted to be petted. I said spikes, Strawberry, not knives. Darkberry. Oh, come on. 1 foot off the freaking corner, and it's just like, yeah! Okay, so, a little comment I made about fairly sure I could do this game without a game over. I may have lied. I don't think I did, but I may have lied. Spikes are just nice without handles, okay? You may have laughed at that comment more than you should have. Okay. We're completely on the platform this time. Okay. Zero! You know, the worst part is, I finally have reached a section where if I die, I won't go all the way back to the beginning. But the problem is that if I die again before I get an extra life, I'm going to get a game over and have to go all the way back to the beginning of the stage anyway. Like that! Shh! Nobody saw anything. Shut up, Sev, you saw nothing! Final Fantasy VII Remake says you saw nothing! Shut up and accept my kindness, Sev, but I expect something in return. No! Bad!
Spikes aren't your friends.
Nope! Whoa. Thank you, hit animation. Might have been Feathers or Darian's, depending on who you've watched. She's been in mine a couple of times. She's been in Synthrix a few times too. Yeah, you were like feather obsessed. Well. Yeah, you watch Darian's pretty insistently, but if Darian's not on, your like next go-to is Feathers. I say that with the most damn it! See, I go in there and start defending myself and I jump right into the spikes. Oh, come on! Really? Yep. The infamous Darkberry is notorious for invading people's streams by, you know, it's like Darian, Synthric, and then mine, in that order. If all three of us are streaming, she's going to Dardar's first. See, the funny part is that, yeah, we do all have our favorite streamer, and it all happens to be the... Ah! Ooh. Yeah, toxic slime. Even though I've been following two others for serious for 6 years this year. Okay. Let's see if I can actually make it past some spikes. For the love of bagels! I say bagels because I'm not Synthric, so saying for the love of muffins just feels wrong. Hashtag muffin love. I'm gonna have to start a new hashtag for me. Hashtag love bagels, or bagel love. Bagels need cream cheese. Changed my mind. Follow me the squirrel. Yes, follow me the squirrel. I am part of the cult of Foamy, and Strawberry, you are getting so many points for knowing that. Oh my god, I made it. I still do when the mood strikes me. Oh, finally. So if I die, at least for the next death, I'll come back here. You know, the problem is like, I have a small streamer set of people I like watching. Like, if I'm able to, I'll watch my roommate, you know, show some love and support for him. I watch Darian's when I can, and I watch Syntrix when I can. Like, the other people I'm subscribed to, Connor and Feather, anytime they go live is a lot of the time when I'm not able to watch. So it's really hard for me to actually get into their stream sometimes. And me, I try to keep to a consistent enough schedule streaming wise to at least adhere to the days, but sometimes the times are off, so. Oh! Well, I'm trying to finish Bloodstained up on mine. I'm trying to get a lot of the games that are on backlog off. Because I do have pre-ordered, paid-off copies of Resident Evil 3 Remake, which I'm going to be doing some bit of that with Synthric, and Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and Persona 5 Royal. You're another one that, like, I would love to watch some of your streams, Strawberry, but the problem is that you also do a lot of streaming when I'm not available because of work and stuff, so I have yet to actually sit down and watch any of your streams. I would like to, you know, for the first one of any streamer, I like to take part live when they're doing their thing. And congratulations on finishing your first game. Was it Dragon Quest? Was it Dragon Quest that you finished, Strawberry? Yeah, I'm still doing the gas station thing. I mean, it's crap income, but it pays the bills, you know? No! Damn it! Right off the bat with the clone! Damn, that took so much longer than it absolutely needed to. That was so donkulous. Okay, this is the stage before my ultimate favorite stage from this game. Hey, congratulations. I hope it goes well for you, Zero. This one had another interesting music set. It's so weird how it's laid out. Damn. I have seriously underestimated this game. At least I wasn't dumb enough to sit there and be, you know, hey, I'm gonna do this game without taking a death. Oh, you cheat. Okay. The original jump puzzle. At least for me, anyway. Oh. And it's just out of my reach. Please, for the love of bagels. But as I was saying, my first stream never got saved, and then I had 3 more streams not get saved in time too. So that's a good chunk of the game missing. I'm sure it is, especially when it pays more. Yeah, the very first stream that I did, I found out that it didn't save to Twitch, and then found it was through watching somebody else's like how to set up Twitch video that I found that if you want that stuff to save, you actually have to, like, after creating all the account information and everything, you actually have to go to another part of your Twitch and then find out you know, click one little button, and it saves your Twitch streams for a certain amount of time. Yeah. That's the reason why I upload my stuff to YouTube. Yeah, if you highlight the video, the highlight stays on forever, pretty much. And, you know, depending on how good your highlighting thing is, you can actually make some pretty good highlights. But if you just basically turn the whole video into a highlight, it won't delete. Oh, hey Rain, I think you're gonna appreciate this part. Azael's best and worst nightmare. This room in particular. You can swim in the money, but you can sink in it and die too. Okay, for the love of God, for the love of muffins. And I just said for love of muffins, okay. Yeah, it's gotta be like that. Really? The ground barely goes off screen and I can't jump on it anymore? Muffin button? What? I didn't install a muffin button. Then where did I get this muffin from? Who installed the muffin button? Zero, are you sure? We've had this talk before. You don't install anything without permission. Poop did it? Alright, boss time. Ow! Okay, Rain, and Sev, if you're listening and or watching. My favorite stage, solely for the music alone, and thus we begin the homage to the original Castlevanias. I have to go AFK now, and the music just started. Okay, so I'm gonna take one quick little break here because my thumb is fucking getting sore. And find out what's going on in the background because I keep hearing stuff. So BRB. Okay, we're back.
Hi.
We are almost done. Last two stages.
He's lying.
Well, if I do this right, I can still have this finished in about 2 hours. I got about an 18-minute leeway. So Rain will just have to go back and watch this section. Well, I mean, if you want to stick around for the rest of the strawberry, if all goes well, I'll be done in the next 20 minutes or so. If all goes well. And then you can start your stream. Then maybe I can tune in and watch that one while I do my Eden runs, because I need to do my Eden runs for the week. I can tune into a live strawberry stream for once. Oh, come on! My worst enemy in this game is gravity. Oh, you're not streaming? Oh, darn. I was actually kind of hoping to get to watch Strawberry play. This is probably the only stage that doesn't annoy me too much in terms of if I die over and over again, because I freaking love the music. This music is a callback to Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. That is entirely up to you, Strawberry. I'm not going to make any unreasonable demands. But it's my day off, so it's like, okay, oh, the way you made it sound, you're going to stream. Sweet, maybe I can actually tune in for once. Ooh! Almost screwed that one up massively. Tales of Vesperia. Those are games I've been interested in checking out, but I don't know enough about them, and I don't think I would be, have any, any complaints of, if anything gets spoiled for me. If anything, maybe it'll actually convince me to maybe actually check them out. Gears of War, man! Ooh. As I jump right off the edge. Like I said, gravity is not my friend in this game. I have 2 other series, but I can't stream them without a capture card. Well, maybe with your new job, you might be able to afford getting a capture card. The capture card I got for use on my PS4 was like $100-ish. Yeah, there's that. Damn it. Not what I wanted right there. Boss time. He wants his mummy. And the final stage of the game. Longest one, and comes equipped with like 4 boss fights. And the first part of the stage pays homage to Castlevania 1. Second part of the stage pays homage to Castlevania 3. Uh-oh. He might be mad. Why would he be mad? Okay, this is the part that's gonna scare me, because considering my not love with gravity, I have to fight gravity. is not how you fight gravity, folks. That was just mean. Of course that's how you fight gravity, and gravity always wins. Shh. You speak for what you not know, child. And then of course I go and miff that, so it's all the way back here. There's the faster way through it. Okay, one more time. Give me just a second, sorry, I'll read that and respond. Oh, come on, really? Was that really necessary? Are there any other days you have off? I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays, so if you do a stream on either one of those days, I could probably tune in for one. So the days you don't stream, the days you stream are days you don't work, obviously. Okay. Like my least favorite part right here. Ah. Okay, so boss gauntlet, fight number 1. I really hate this guy. Really? And death. Yeah, I knew that one was gonna go bad. This guy is like the nightmare for me of this game. Just because of shit like that. Where he comes down is always been so freaking ridiculous. Good news is that because I've made it here, if I get a game over, I'm going to come right back here. Now you're just being a dick. Oh no, that's just mean. That's just harsh. I was one hit away! One hit away! Slow grab. That's one. Of course, can't go back, so. That's two. And death. Well, at least I got a better shot this time around because I actually have full health. Come on! Ah! Fucking death, man. Nobody wins against death either. I am... Ah! Death is royally kicking my ass. Goodbye, death. And the music has stopped. And my exit is blocked too. Well, a new exit has been opened. And now the music just sticks around. As if that wasn't, creepy enough. Now this is the last little feature I know about this Castlevania that I thought was probably one of the most interesting ones. This is the first Castlevania I can actually think of that actually included a special little bonus. The invisible bridge. And a full up fuck you power up. Alright, let's go finish this. And that's why they give you the full on. Nobody saw that. And that's why they give you the full on fuck you power ups. Because Dracula is a dick. Not a lot of people know about that bridge, that invisible bridge, only because of the fact that it's like, who's going to knowingly sit there and think, oh yeah, it'll be a good idea to jump off the edge right here. I got my ass kicked by the orbs. Let's rephrase that. The orbs that drop food to recover some health kicked my ass. Basically, Dracula's balls killed me. Dracula's got some balls. That was timing. End game. So, the other fun little thing I found about this little credit scene is there are certain scenes you can actually kind of interact with. Not in like a big way, just you can kind of alter them slightly. I think it's like by holding one of the directional pads buttons down, you can actually alter the way in which he freezes holding the whip. I think that one you can actually alter too. This one I know for sure. This is one scene where the only real difference is he'll stay standing, but if you press and hold down on the D-pad, he crouches for the freeze frame. This is another one where you can do the same thing. Da 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 da. Da. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like I said, if the deaths weren't too bad, I could still have probably done it in that 18 minutes, but it's still not bad though. 2.5 hours to finish a game that took me much longer as a kid, I remember. At least it felt longer. On guard! Now the only thing I can't say for sure is I do know there is what is classified as like a second quest or a hard mode. I just don't remember if there's like a true ending or like an added benefit other than an extra challenge. Like if this mode wasn't challenging enough, hey, if you thought gravity was like bad, let's go ahead and throw in gravity and extra enemies. And harder enemies. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be painful. Scythe right to the groin. And then that's it. It'll just sit there until you press a button or push the start button. And then you start the game over. Which, yeah, hold on. I'll check one thing while I'm here. Yeah, the enemies are definitely harder, because those guys usually went down in one hit. There's more bats. Yeah, that dude wasn't there before. I'm just gonna kind of speed run a little bit here. Yeah, they hit harder. More skeletons. Yeah, that bat wasn't there before. Yep, he's taken four to five hits now. Bat was there, but second bat was not. Yep, definitely more bats. That thing wasn't there before. Horse. Another horse head that wasn't there before. Yeah, there's these guys that weren't here before. Thankfully the Medusa heads haven't changed. Which was like my biggest annoyance in the Castlevania 3. Why? Why did you have to change? Hey, I have 69 hearts. Hey-oh. How much harder is the boss? The boss didn't feel too much harder. So yeah, there's a few extra enemy placements. The enemies take a few extra hits to go down. So yeah, I'll look into that and find out if there's anything in particular for doing the second play. Oh yeah, birds. So yeah, I'll look into finding out whether or not there's any real kind of like benefit bonus for doing this, because I've already got the trophy, so I really don't need to be playing this anymore, other than, you know, just simple joy. Sweet food. Because I know, like, there were some noticeable visual alterations to some of the, like, the zombie wolfman. Oh, hello, you're here. You were here last time, so The zombie dudes take more to go down. They're not just one-hit wonders. And death. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna do. So, the last thing I'm gonna put in here, just for shites and giggles, is the next game on the list is a Castlevania I've never actually played, but it's gonna be really awkward because it's the Game Boy version, so the graphics, as you can see in the little picture there, it's gonna be awkward. And same thing with Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. So my next one and dones are going to try and cover these ones as well as Kid Dracula. And because those are all still kind of like early prequel Belmont clan related. Well, this one deals with the new generation, obviously, as it says. It's the new kind of descendants of the Belmont clan. So, yeah. We'll see where that goes. I'm going to try and save that one for last because that one is going to require 2 plays if I want the trophies, and I'm going to try and do those both on the hardest difficulty I can, so you get the complete ending for both characters in one sitting. Because you can play on either easy, normal, or hard, and each one gives you a various ending, but it doesn't give you the full ending. If you go straight for the hard, you'll get the full ending for that character. So, we'll see what we can pull out. But until then, thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out for the March edition of the One and Done series. Tomorrow I will be doing more Bloodstained Ritual tonight, trying to get that wrapped up and cleared off the list. So this way, at this point, I will only have 3 games on backlog: Nier, Persona 5 Dancing, and Devil May Cry 4 that I will be sitting on backlog before Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, and Resident Evil 3 Remake comes out. So those are definitely games I want to check out in the upcoming. Like I said, all my games are I have them all bought, paid for, pre-ordered, paid off, so they're all ready. I just gotta wait for the release date. Persona 5. Go ahead and back out of there. Persona 5 Royal is slated for. Let's see, where's my calendar here? It's slated for the 31st of March, which is a Tuesday. So there could be a very good possibility that the day it comes out, you will see, it's either 30th or 31st, you will see some Persona 5 Royal coming up very soon. Resident Evil 3 Remake is slated for April 3rd, which is a Friday, so that one will probably show up on the 5th of April, 5th or 6th of April. And Final Fantasy VII Remake at this point is slated for the 10th, which is a Friday, so you would probably see it from me as early as the 12th? 13th or the 14th of April for first official stream. But yeah, I definitely am looking forward to checking out all those. The hype is massively, massively real. I got that trophy. What did that put me up to now for that? 45% completed. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. these trophies got to be really whack, because I'm only at 45% completed for the Castlevania anniversary. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trophies left to get, so we'll see. But yeah, so I want to get, if I could have my perfect envisionment, I would like to get Persona 5 Dancing and Bloodstained off my backlog before those 3 games come out, so I only have 2 games kind of sitting in the dark waiting. So ideally that's what I would like to do, but yeah. In the meantime, like I said, thank you guys for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed this one and done. I love going back to old school games. I will put this one out there. Tuesday the 24th of March is going to be kind of a special day. I'm planning to do a double stream that day. I don't know what I'm going to be streaming for one of the games, but March 24th is my mom's birthday, and my mom has tuned in to... my mom does tune in on occasion to some of my streams, and I'm going to try and maybe do something special for her on her birthday, and I'm going to try and do it early enough in the day that with the 3-hour difference she can kind of tune in and watch for a little bit. So expect something kind of special that day, and then whatever I've got going regularly on Tuesday at that point, I will do a little later in the day. So, but I just wanted to give you guys a feeler on that one, so if anybody's interested in checking out something for that, feel free. So until tomorrow, I don't know for sure. My mom is on East Coast time, so she's 3 hours ahead of me, so I want to try and make sure I do it early enough that she, you know, I can make sure she's awake, and, you know, my mom's getting up there in age, so she tends to go to bed early on some days, so I want to make sure it's something she can stay fully awake for. Worst case scenario, I'm also contemplating as much as that one's probably going to bug me, or some people, I'm actually thinking about seeing if I can get my mom on stream. She will, I have a Discord channel, I'm still trying to get it set up proper, but she knows about the chat program, and she has downloaded it, and maybe for her birthday, I will play an old game, a game her and I both mutually share a love for, a game. I will maybe play that and see if she can give us some insight. So I will talk with my mom about this, and maybe I can get her into a stream with me one day on her birthday. So until then, guys, like I said, have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I will probably start around 2 p.m. West Coast time. And yeah, I will see you guys later. If you're gaming right now, remember to game hard or go home. And I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great rest of your night, guys. Check you later.